Oh shit! What week is it of the NFL?
Week 9.
Week 9. Yeah. All right. Sweet. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Pick Fiends. It is episode number 19. As you can see, I'm joined once again by Richie Bentz, reoccurring guest on the pod all the time, talking NFL news all the time, talking bets, talking everything that has to do with football. But what we're going to do first, what we do every week now, go ahead, lay it out there, Richie. Give us the Power 5. Let me preference quickly. Last week's Power 5. So this is week, what do we say, week 9?
Week 9, yeah.
Week 8's Power 5 was Bills, Chiefs, Eagles, Vikings, Giants. All those teams won this week, except one team, your team. They fought to the bitter end. Dropped one to the red hot Seahawks. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough out here in the woods, you know.
Sad.
So go ahead and lay it out. What do we got for week 9? Who's the top dog coming into this week?
Yeah. So number one. Let's start at number 1 here. I'm gonna go with the Bills. Number 1 again. Josh Allen, a QB, and they also just got Hines too. So that's another weapon to have it. You know, that's I mean, they just keep getting better and better as the year goes on. Chiefs number 2, best quarterback in the league, Patrick Mahomes. Also just got Kadarius Toney there too, so that's also.
Hey, quick question on that. Let's time out here quick. What do you think about that? I mean, that guy was like apparently hurt for like 4 weeks on the Giants. Now he's on the Chiefs. He's miraculously fine.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's kind of weird to me. I really think the team just didn't like him, like the coaching staff. I think he was like a cocky guy, you know.
I do kind of get that vibe from him, but continue here on to number 3.
So yeah, number 3, your Eagles. You know, they're the only undefeated team in the NFL, so I got to put them at 3. Offense looks great, and they're also playing Houston this week, so they're probably going to be 8-0. Yeah, 8-0.
Yeah. Houston can't touch Philadelphia right now.
Red's 14 right now. Well, it's a hard pick there. Number 4, got the Vikings. Good offense there. Love the 1-2 punch at running back.
Just acquired Hawkinson.
Yeah, big pickup. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe that they let him go because
I can't believe they let him go in division. They got a decent haul in return for him. You know, he's an aging tight end. He's not getting any younger, but I mean, he's still very good. So
yeah,
is what it is.
Yeah, number 5, little switch up. I did have the Giants here, but I switched to the Cowboys. I know same division as the Giants. Sad to say, but they're not even really they're not delivering in all cylinders on offense. They're still just beating teams, you know. But with that defense was definitely top 3 in the NFL. So got to put them at 5, you know. So and Pollard looks really good too. So
who's the starting tailback in your opinion in that backfield? That's a controversial topic.
I think you got to go Zeke, but I have Pollard in a lot of fantasies. I do love Pollard. I think he runs through the tackles better and stuff like that. But then you got to stick with Zeke, you know, so you don't mess up the locker room, you know.
That's fair. That's a valid point. So my notes on it, you know, obviously, I just want to let all the haters know. I just want to flex on them quick that the NFC East has had 3 teams in this Power 5 already this year. I don't know if there's any other divisions that even had 2. So, just a quick flex on all those haters that hated on the NFC East last year. That's all I have on it. If you're ready to get into some picks, we could get into some picks here. I got another special guest. Ryan Smith will be returning for another episode. I got another special guest on top of it. I haven't even told Richie yet who it is. So we'll see what happens here. It's a party, that's for sure. Ready to get into some picks?
Huh?
Are you ready to get into some picks?
I'm ready, sir. Let's
all right. All right. We'll be right back then with our Week 9 NFL picks. All right. We're going to jump into some picks. Obviously, we have some reoccurring faces on the pod, some new faces. As always, Richie's here. Ryan Smith is back for another week. And joining us this week in Dalton's spot up there is Josh Shalinsky. How you feeling your first week, Josh?
I'm feeling good. I really like my pick, and I'm excited to talk about it.
All right, that's good. That's a good start. That's a good starting point. So we'll dive into some games here. Our first one, surprising that nobody bid on it to be their best bet. Bills Jets. The Bills are minus 12.5 for minus 110, minus 620 on the money line. The over-under is 46.5 for minus 114. I'm going to go ahead and just tell you what to do on this game. Go ahead and take the Bills. And you know me, I'm a Jets guy. The Bills are just head and shoulders above. You can't shut down Josh Allen on defense. It's simply not possible. That's what the Jets rely on when they cover. So I got to take the Bills and the points, even though it's a lot, at minus 12.5 for minus 110. What do you have on this game, Richie?
Yeah, I'm with you here. Minus 12.5. Give me the Bills. That Jets offense is terrible. Bad.
Breece Hall-less Jets offense is terrible. It was good with Breece Hall. Breece Hall.
So yeah, give me the points. Minus
points. What do you got on this, Josh?
I agree with you guys. Bills minus 12.5. I mean, look at how bad the Jets looked against New England last week. So yeah, I mean, Bills minus 12.5, and I think that's generous.
I'm back.
Oh, I was gonna say we lost Smitty here. Here you go, Smitty. It's your time. Go ahead. What do you got?
Well, the fucking Bills screwed me last week with the points, and they're getting even more negative points this one. So I'm actually just gonna go with the under, because I actually went back and looked at all their previous games, and there was only one game where they scored over 46 points, like the combined team. So I'm taking the under on this one.
Good pick. That's a good pick. We'll roll into our next game here. What do we got on the slate? We got Packers at Lions, and NFC North division rival game. The Packers are minus 3.5 favorites in Detroit, minus 110. They are minus 194 on the minus 194 on the money line. The over under is 49.5. 49.5. Go ahead, Smitty. Start us off. What do you like in this game?
So I actually took the Packers with the -4.
Okay.
I don't know. They looked to come alive a little bit at the end of the game against the Bills. I mean, maybe the Bills just weren't trying. But I think they could just, beat them with the -4. 4 is not that much to overcome.
Yeah, I know what you mean. In my opinion, too, they got screwed on that offensive pass interference call by on Tunyon. That was nothing more than just back and forth between a defender and they were like, it was 5 yards. It was really nothing. And Tunyon would have scored on it, got called back, and ended up taking 3 points off it. So that's a game changer too. Not that the Packers would have been in that game, to be honest, but yeah, I like the Packers minus 3.5 here. I'm on that. What do you like, Josh?
So I'm actually just going on ESPN right now because I wanted to look at some of the Lions games. I really like the Lions plus 3.5 on this.
Yeah.
Reason why is because there have been so many games that the Lions have lost by that, like a field goal. So they lost to the Eagles by 3. They lose to the Vikings by 4. They lose to the Seahawks by 3. They unfortunately got blown out by the Patriots, so we can't use that one. Cowboys, they got blown out. Unfortunately, Dolphins, they lose by 4. So it's been close in majority of their games, and Green Bay just does not look like Green Bay right now. So
that's plus
3.5.
You surprised me on that. That was a very good reasoning for that. I like that. Go ahead, Richie. What do you think?
Yeah, probably gonna stay away from this game. I don't know where these teams are actually headed, but Detroit does keep it very close. I kind of lean towards the under here, 49.5, because both Green Bay doesn't really score on offense much anymore, and their defense kind of keeps them in games.
Add that to my card as well. I will take the under.
I like the under too.
You like the under? You like that, Josh? Under?
I like. Yeah.
All right, so we're all taking the under unanimously.
I do.
All right, perfect. We're all taking
the over.
I like that. I like flipping that on you, Richie. We'll get into our last regular game here. It would be the Chargers at the Falcons. Falcons are not to be slept on, boys. The Chargers are minus 3.5 favorites for minus 118. The Chargers are minus 166 on the money line. The over-under is 49.5 at minus 110. I'll start us off here. Give me the Falcons. Give me 3 points. The Falcons are red hot. They started the year. Richie, look at me. Best cover team in football. Start the year.
True.
Against the spread. You know that. I know you follow that stuff. So that's some guys live and die on that shit. Not me. But I like what's going on here. I like that it gives me that giant Seahawks vibes where I was riding those 3 points earlier in the year. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Falcons plus the 3 at minus 104. What do you like here, Richie?
I'm gonna go with the better quarterback here. I like the Chargers -3. A little switcheroo here. I like a -3. I don't know. I think this is a big game for them to be. They'll be 5-3. They can be at that, top, not top of the division, but right near the Chiefs. So give me them. I don't really believe in the Falcons that much, even though Patterson's back this week, I think. So
He is. He's practicing. I don't know if they've announced him playing, but he's been practicing.
I don't know. Falcons are at home. Overall, I'm gonna go with the better quarterback here. I think the Chargers have to get a spark and charge up.
That was so corny. You just shit on everything I built up there. Go ahead, Smitty. Go ahead. Say something nice to me.
Well, I'm actually taking the Falcons plus, what was it, 3.5?
I got it at 3. Whatever the points end up being.
That's what I have written down, but I thought you said 3.5. But yeah, give me the 3 points too. Just because I feel like the Falcons, you kind of said it already, they're the best cover team in football, kind of recently, other than you said the Giants were covering pretty well. But I feel like the Falcons play whatever team they're playing, they kind of just play the same way. Like if they play a good team, they play good. If they play a shit team, they play shit. So I feel they're gonna keep it close regardless, win or lose. And I feel like they could definitely take the 3 points and win this.
Fair. Well, take us home on this, Josh. What do you got?
Smitty took the words right out of my mouth. I agree with him exactly. Give me the Falcons. Chargers are just way too inconsistent in my opinion. And I love what you said at the beginning of the year, even on Xbox, saying about how you were so right about the Chargers.
Oh, listen. We could go back. We could pull the footage from 2 episodes ago. Ask Richie. We weren't. I don't even think we were betting Broncos Chargers, but it was the Thursday night, Sunday night game, something premiere time, and I went on a full blown rant about how much I hate both those teams because I do.
They're the Chargers are the Lakers of the NFL, just picking up guys past their prime.
I just watched Jose Alvarado peg a guy
Someone,
with
yeah, I saw that. With bases loaded.
I love Alvarado too. He's the best.
All right. Yep.
Man, that sucks. All right, we're all on the Falcons plus 3, but Richie, yeah, I know he has to rain on the parade here. He's taking the Chargers -3 to cover. Let's roll into our best bets here, shall we? Now, I try to be nice. I let you guys have the opportunity to pick your games first for your best bets. So I try to be nice with that. I try to always go first with the best bets, let you guys kind of take it home. But I'm picking the Sunday night Ravens Saints game. So I'm going to take it home this week. We're going to start off with who's the first timing wise? Who do we got? Go ahead, Richie, start us off here. What game are you betting for your best bet?
I'm going to the Miami at Chicago game.
All right. So Miami is 5-point favorites for -110. They're -215 on the money line. The over-under is 45.5 for -110. What's your best bet, Richie?
Best bet. I like Chicago plus 4.5 here. I just saw them sparking some offense last week. If they would have not turned the ball over on offense, they had a chance to win that game against the Cowboys. Miami's defense is banged up on the back end, so give me Chicago plus 4.5. I think Claypool, is he playing this week, right?
He's there. I saw a video of him there. I didn't hear anything about if he's playing or not. I'm sure they'll get him in on some, a play like a series or two. I'm sure it won't be anything crazy.
I see a field goal though, 100% field goal game.
Yeah, I love that. I love that Bears pick. Defense got a little shredded here at the deadline, but they did bring in Claypool. That's a good point. They are showing that they're trying to commit to Justin Fields. I love that. So, I respect that. Any guys got picks for this game? Dolphins, Bears?
Yeah, I'm actually on the other end of it. just because more so I picked the Bears with, what was it, 9.5 last week, and man, they got blown out by 20. You can't. They get that many points, they get blown out. They can't cover there. And then you just got Waddle and Tyreek doing like unbelievable things. The hottest wide receiver duo out there, and they're looking to break records. I think they already might have broke one at this point in the season. I'm not sure, but I don't think the Bears have anything for them on defense to stop them. It's just going to be score all day long. There's nothing they can do. They're going to get blown out.
Any rebuttal there, Richie?
Tua's gonna make mistakes at quarterback. Mark my words. Probably 2 interceptions.
Fair enough. And we'll move right along here. We'll get into how about we pull Smitty's game here. Smitty, what game are you picking?
I have the Cardinals and Seahawks.
All right, Seahawks at Cardinals. The Seahawks are 2-point underdogs for -110. They are +110 on the money line. It's good money line odds there. You don't get them too often anymore. Over under is 49.5 for -110. What's the best bet here, Smitty?
Oh, you said the Seahawks were 2-point underdogs, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I got the Cardinals plus the points. I think the Cardinals, they got D-Hop back. He got, he only played 1 week now under his belt, or is this 2 weeks in?
I believe this was his second week back. I don't know what did they play last week, or were they on bye?
No, they played, I think, Minnesota last week, right?
Yeah, so this was his second week back then.
Okay, so yeah. I think, he's going to get it going. He's working his way back in the offense, and they could be a hot team when they want to, And as long as they play some decent defense, Geno Smith, he's playing really well. I'll give that to him, but he can make mistakes, and he will. I think they could score the ball, though, very well against them. So I'm taking the Cardinals plus the points. I think they could win straight up, too. So, I guess give me the money line.
Fair enough. The money line for the Cardinals is, what is it? -130. That's a good odd, too. So, any you two got anything on this game?
Yeah, I actually bet the Cardinals earlier this week. Go ahead, Josh. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, wait, the Seattle Seahawks put up tons of points against so-called good defenses, like the Chargers supposed to have a decent defense. Nope, they put up 37 on them. So they put up points. Cardinals are just so up and down. They're the Chargers of the NFC. So you're
just like trying to get me to say something. You're just trying to get me riled up, Josh, because I could go berserk about the Chargers and the Broncos.
I don't know who said the Chargers had a good defense, though. I wouldn't consider them
on paper, healthy. Yeah. J.C. Jackson, Derwin, Bosa, Khalil Mack, yeah, on paper, but they can't stay healthy. That's my biggest freaking problem. You guys are trying too hard to get me to go. I'm not gonna bite. What do you have on the game, Richie? What do you have?
Yeah, I bet the Cardinals earlier this week. I'm looking at the records of these teams. I know it doesn't really mean much, but teams get more hungry when they're at like the midpoint or at the bottom. Like Cardinals at the bottom of the division at 3-5, and the Seahawks at the top at 5-3. So that just tells me, like, hey, how bad do you want it?
I looked back at that as well, and I saw that the Seahawks actually got the last game, so they already played before, and the Seahawks got the better of them. So Cardinals are going to come hungry.
That's fair. I was
the over in that game too. By the way,
I
forgot to mention that.
That's fair. I know what you were doing. You were trying to get me all riled up about the Chargers. I wasn't gonna fall for it, but Seahawks. I like the Seahawks. I'm not gonna give you any bad juju, and say I like the Seahawks here money line at +110. But if that gets on my card, come Sunday, it gets on my card. So let's roll along here. Let's get into Mr. Zielinski's best bet here.
All right.
What game are you picking, Josh?
I have the Titans Chiefs.
Oh, okay. So the Titans are at Kansas City. They are 12.5-point underdogs for -108. Nuts. They are +480 money line, and the over/under is 46.5 for -110. What's the best bet here, Josh?
You got to take the Titans plus 12.5. The Titans are 5-2. Imagine giving a team that's 5-2 12.5 points. I understand it's the Chiefs. However, they have flaws in their defense.
That was a perfectly timed lag on
And
your Wi-Fi.
with having Derrick Henry, with Derrick Henry on their team, and he's been playing well lately. I mean, you can't give a 5-2 team 12.5 points. You just can't do
and
it.
you know,
I feel like
they've been flirting with the element of Tannehill being injured and Malik Willis playing. You know, I think that's something that could bring a you know, an added element of surprise. You know, that maybe he comes out and lights it up. You know, maybe they're not ready for it.
I mean, I wouldn't take the Titans money line on it or anything, but you can't give a 5-2 team 12.5 points. I
get the gist of what you're saying. That's a very good point. Do either of you two have anything to say on this game?
Go ahead, Richie. You got anything?
I'm gonna say I lean towards Titans too. I mean, I like Derrick Henry, so the only way they're gonna be able to stay in this game though is if Derrick Henry and they milk the clock on this team, you know, because if Patrick Mahomes has the ball, guess what? They're gonna score and they're at home. So I lean towards Titans though, for sure.
What do you got, Smitty?
I don't know. I don't think the Titans are as good as their record shows. I mean, I just looked back currently because I honestly didn't know they were 5-2, but I look back, they beat the Colts barely. They what was that other team that I just seen? They barely beat.
That is the worst division in the AFC.
Yeah. Like, I don't think they're doing – and the Texans, 17-10 last week to the Texans. I don't know. I think that the Chiefs are going to blow them out. I'll take the Chiefs with the minus points just because the Titans are getting wins against bums, and they're barely doing it. And when the Chiefs play bums, they blow them out. They just straight up blow them out, and I'll take the Chiefs with the minus points.
That's a very fair assessment. Any rebuttal to any of that, Josh?
No, I like that. I mean, I like that. I mean, I'm just looking back at their schedule right now, and they got absolutely smoked.
I mean, does that make you have to change your best bet here, or are you sticking with it? Sticking to your guns?
I still like plus 12.5.
It was too many points for the Bears versus Dallas, and look what happened. They got blown out by 20. So I can't win the 20 points anymore. I don't trust them.
I just feel like it plus 12.5 for a team that 5-2. I understand. Like, I definitely take the under for sure.
Richie, I heard you trying to add something there.
Looking to bet on that. I feel
just his laggy connection. It's kind of hard to hear.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's why I was moving on to you.
Oh, it's that wonderful wire tailor view.
What's your best bet, Elias?
My best bet. We'll move on to my best bet. That's fine. All right. So I already told you what game I'm betting. I'm betting the Sunday night primetime game. I love betting the Sunday night game when you guys don't. I love primetime football. You know, it is the Baltimore Ravens. A lot of controversy there. A lot of big moves from the deadline. You know, brought in the leading tackler of the NFL, Roquan Smith. They are going to New Orleans down south. The Ravens are minus 2.5 point favorites. They're minus 138 in money line. The over under is 48.5. And I know what people are saying. Are the Saints back? Their offense lit it up last week. Kamara looked good. The defense looked very good. No, they're not back. They still stink. Jameis Winston is. If Jameis Winston was healthy, they'd have a shot. You know, where's Michael Thomas? Like, has anybody heard of Michael Thomas? What happened to that guy? Like,
yeah.
Jarvis Landry's hurt now, like on IR. I mean, Olave got his brain scrambled a couple weeks ago. What like that team's a dumpster fire.
Yeah, Michael Thomas caught that Ben Simmons syndrome.
That is a fair assessment. So let me just lay it out for you. The money line is sweet. Minus 138 is a sweet money line. Lamar is going to light this game up. He's going to light it up like the 4th of freaking July. The Saints defense, they're all the pass rush. They're all pass rush, no back end. You know, I think Lamar is going to light it up. They're not going to be able to contain him. Takes that pass rush away. He'll be dinking and dunking slants out there, hitting Mark Andrews all over the place, running for touchdowns on his own. That backfield will be moving the ball. I got the Ravens to cover. 2.5, easy money. if like this could easily go to me taking the money line. I don't care what you have to say down there, Richie, because this is the play. The Saints stink. They stink. Andy Dalton, just because he's one freaking good game against a lackluster defense, he comes back and like, what did he do against the Falcons? Didn't the Falcons rout them? Wasn't it like?
Yeah, I think so.
Am I the only one that saw the play of the corner pick taking a pick for 6 and doing a backflip and Andy Dalton just like walking away like nothing happened?
The slow
Like,
motion.
yeah, like what the hell, man? Like that team stinks. Stinks. I think Kamara was only playing hard last week because he thought there was a chance he's getting traded. I don't think there's any will there to do anything. They stink. Lamar's getting paid. Ravens -2.5. Go ahead, Richie. Say something because I know you're itching to.
Yeah, I'm on the Saints here, man. Saints at home.
Well, you're wrong.
Their defense could be a top 5, and if their offense got healthy, which they're not really healthy right now, they will be very good. They can win that division still. They're a sneaky
Well,
team.
that division stinks.
Well, yeah, stinky division, stink. Yeah, true. I just like the Saints, man. I think they're at home. I think they got momentum. They just shut out Las Vegas. So I mean,
They stink. They're the worst team in the NFL. Newsflash.
momentum is key, and especially
Listen,
a home team.
You could scroll through this list of games, and you could very easily pick out what teams we don't pick games from on here, because there's a common consensus about them. They stink. How many Raiders games have we picked? None, because they stink. How many Texans games have we picked?
Definitely none.
They stink. All right. This is the first time. When was the last time we picked a Commanders game?
That primetime game, it was like 12-9 or
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks ago. I've been trying to stay up. Do you think have we even messed with the Panthers yet this year? And they're in first place in the division, but they stink. So I mean, it is what it is. The Saints stink too. I don't know what to tell you.
Saints are gonna win, buddy. Saints are gonna win.
Hey, do you realize, like, did you when you made this bet, did you take into account that the Ravens just traded for the leading tackler in the NFL?
I might have a little bias because I have some futures on the Saints, but I think at home they can win this game.
Okay, so the truth came out there. Smitty, do you have anything to add here?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the Saints do stink. The Ravens definitely covered the -2.5. Lamar, like, what are they gonna do? They can't stop Lamar. Their defense, I will give the Saints might be top 5 defense when they're playing like a top 5 defense, but yeah, Lamar's gonna pick them apart. He's Lamar. He's fighting for a contract right now.
Agreed.
He puts it out there. He wants to put as many points up on any team to get all that money in his bag. So yeah, he's gonna go light them up. It should be pretty quick. And everybody knows it's hard to play at home for like the Saints because it's one of the loudest stadium in the league.
Yeah.
So he wants to go.
Whatever. Bunch of dogs out there. Bunch of dogs, baby.
They stink. There's no momentum there. There's nothing.
Josh,
Josh,
there's one other game. There's one other game we should actually look at though. That Rams Tampa Bay game. I think
No. No.
How about the Patriots one?
No. There's nothing interesting about any of those games, in my opinion.
I like the idea of Rams Tampa Bay. Let me see.
All right, go ahead. Bonus pick. What do you have, Richie? Go ahead. Bonus pick.
Well, Tampa Bay's -3 right now against the Rams. I was gonna see what you thought first. What do you like on that? It's a tough game, man. Tough game.
Well, and like I said, both those teams stink. So,
well, they both can win in the division still.
Listen, we know there's a guy out there. I don't mean to take shots at people often on here, but there's a guy out there that has been renowned calling the Eagles franchise and everything the Eagles does poverty. The Bucks. The Bucks are right back to being a freaking poverty franchise. As fast as Brady came, he went. They stink again. Anyway.
What do you like?
Anyway, I like. After all that, Brady, I'll take Brady because the Rams stink. The Rams stink.
Give me the Rams money line.
You got Rams money line?
Yeah.
I just see the thing is the Rams, like they have guys I've never even heard of. Like I've tried to look stuff up on. They have guys I've never even heard of taking snaps out of the backfield, taking handoffs from Stafford. I'm like, what is going on here? Like you have Cam Akers and Darrell Henderson. Like what is?
Yeah, but that Bucks defense hasn't been playing like the Bucks defense.
Oh, well, they got like a 7th string safety out there. So there's that. I get that. Yeah. Yeah, I like I said, this is just a stinker game. This is why I tried to stay away from it. But yeah, I don't know. No, give me the under 42.5. Give me the under because nobody's scoring points. Nobody's scoring points. They stink. They both stink.
That's fair. Big game. That's fair.
Yeah, you have anything to add on that, Josh? You want
Nah,
me to give you the Patriots for a bonus pick?
Yes. Let's
All right,
go.
the
Let's do it.
Patriots are playing the Colts.
Yeah.
Both those teams stink.
Patriots aren't terrible. They're 4-4.
Who?
Against stinky
Patriots.
teams.
Well, yeah, but what's going on at quarterback?
I know, but the
Cool.
Colts stink.
The Colts do stink, so that's apparent. The Colts are getting 5.5 points in Foxborough. They're plus 205 in the money line to New England's minus 250. The over/under is 39.5. I think that is the lowest of the week.
Yeah,
What do you
the
like,
under-
Josh?
the under.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm taking the under. It's gonna be like a 19-10 game.
Yeah, that's fair. The thing about I'll tell you, I have picked a lot of these like low ceiling unders. It's grind your teeth kind of football. It's like,
Watch it though blow up.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you what happens in that game if they score, 14 points the first quarter? You're sitting back the whole time like, oh my god, no. So I get what you're saying there. Both the teams stink.
I do.
So I mean,
New England's just so inconsistent right now, and so is the Colts. So that's the good thing.
Yeah,
about
well,
this
New England
game
could
is,
build a
who's
lot
gonna
of-
be consistent.
New England could build a lot of that consistency back by just saying, hey, here's our starting quarterback. He's going to play. But Bill Belichick won't do it that way, so it is what it is.
He's doing what they do in Bama, but you can't do that at a
it's not
professional
college.
level.
Yeah, Richie, Ryan, you guys have anything to add on here?
I would take the under. I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to score at will or anything.
I don't think they're scoring at will. It's just, it's honestly, it's like you get a special teams touchdown in this game, you're screwed. It just happens. It's, like I said, if that first quarter ends for, not 14-14, but 7-7, you're like, holy crap, what happened here?
Yeah, you're already sweating. I think 39.5 is like really too low because it's only 6 touchdowns. You're looking at 2 in the first, 1. You know what I mean? It's sticking. It's going back.
Might have lost Josh here.
But yeah, it was back and forth at all. I think 39.5 is a little too low for me to bet that, but I'd probably just stay away from this game.
Yes, that's fair. All right, well, that's where we'll wrap it up. I gave everybody bonus picks. Let me just quickly, while we have Josh's face still stuck up there, let me just quickly recap the best bets here. I got the Ravens minus 2.5. Smitty, you got the Cardinals minus what, 2?
Yeah.
Up, Josh is gone.
I think I took the money line.
We lost Josh. We lost Josh. All right, you took him. You got the Cardinals money line. So Ravens. Yeah. Oh, he's back. He's back. that was quite some trick, Josh. You're like a magician. You're like Houdini.
No, I got off of my Wi-Fi and went right back on my hotspot. So I'm like,
oh, that's all right. Well, we're wrapping it up anyway. I'm just recapping best bets. What was your best bet this week?
It was Titans Chiefs. Titans plus 12.5.
Titans plus 12.5. Ravens minus 2.5. Cardinals money line, and Richie has the Bears plus 5, right? Bears plus 5. All right, that was our best bets. This has been another episode of Pick Fiends. Smash that like button, hammer that subscribe button, share this video to all your friends, get it out there. We're just having a good time here betting games, so we appreciate the views. That's where we'll leave it. We'll see you next time.